Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Hearthstone deck spotlight. My name is Tommy Wave, and today we'll be taking a look at Kokoloko351's Odd Paladin. We pulled this list from one of the high-performing decks over on Hearthstone. For those of you who haven't seen Odd Paladin before, it focuses on Baku the Moon Eater, which is going to upgrade our hero power. The Paladin upgraded hero power produces two 1/1 Silverhand recruits rather than just the one. And that's an extremely powerful early game hero power. And that's what this deck takes advantage of. It's one of the best aggressive decks, not exactly because it's the quickest aggressive deck, but possibly because it's the most resilient. We can pop out so many Silverhand recruits for free that we don't have to rely on committing our cards from hand to the board and lose resources that way, which is something that a deck like Odd Rogue does have to do. They have to commit hand resources to the board in order to kill the opponent. So the other thing that we've got in here is a lot of ways to take advantage of a very wide board. We have classic cards like Raid Leader and Stormwind Champion in here to really take advantage of having 3, 4, 5 1/1 minions out. We can double their power and either trade more efficiently or get a lot more face damage in there. So we'll go through the cards in the deck. Of the 1-drops, we've got possibly the best selection of 1-drops available in the game. Firefly, Righteous Protector, Argent Squire, and Acaris Veteran. Acaris Veteran in particular pairs very well with these Divine Shield minions to help us trade up. We've got a Singleton Blessing of Might in here. This can be great in games where you do need to go under your opponent. Also pairs well with these Divine Shield minions. They're a little bit more resilient to board clears or 1-damage hero powers. And you can use that to push through some face damage early on. Obviously, we have nothing in the 2-drop slot because we are an Odd Paladin. But at 3, we have a lot of the really, really good stuff. Stonehill Defender is a way for us to discover more resources, but in particular, it helps us discover Sunkeeper Tarim or Tyrion. Sunkeeper Tarim being one of the best cards that we can't play because it does cost 6 mana, but that can help turn all of our 1/1 minions into 3/3s and turn our opponent's huge minions into 3/3s as well. So Stonehill is pretty integral to this deck. We've got the Divine Favor. This is going to help us restock on cards. Just the one in here. There's not exactly a huge consensus on 1 Divine Favor versus 2 in these kind of decks, but you definitely want at least 1. A Singleton Ironbeak Owl is the only silence in the deck to get through some menacing taunts at the end. Things like a potential Primordial Drake or a Rotten Apple Balm. It's great against those, or against any Edward Van Cleefs that might threaten to kill you before you can kill your opponent. Raid Leader we've already talked about. Unidentified Maul has some excellent modes for us, including the giving all of our minions +1 attack or giving them all Divine Shield. If we ever hit those modes on the Maul, we're usually in for a really quick game. It also is a 2-damage weapon on top of that, not just for the buff, but we also get to use this to trade into minions, use our life as a bit of a resource, and knock down our opponent's Tar Creepers or Stonehill Defenders. Or in the case of Zoo Warlock, which has been around quite a lot, we can use it to kill their Light Wardens and such. At the 5-drop slot, we've got a lot more cards that take advantage of our multitude of minions. We've got Fungal Mancer that can help us buff 2 minions up. It's essentially 6/6 worth of stats, 4 power of which has charge, if we can get a situation where we do have 2 minions. So it's one of the... and our hero power makes 2 minions, so it can be quite easy. And level up as well if our opponent doesn't respect our Silverhand recruits and try to chip away at them. We can drop a level up, and it potentially represents a colossal amount of damage, and our opponent not being able to swing back efficiently because they all have Taunt. At the 7-drop slot, we've got Corridor Creeper, which isn't exactly a 7-drop anymore, but this helps us recover from board clears, as presumably a lot of minions are going to die to things like a Dragon's Fury or a Flame Strike, so this can come down for free as well as a hero power, and once again we're really representing that resiliency that is Odd Paladin. Stormwind Champion we've talked about before. Vine Cleaver is one of our best reach cards and one of the grindiest cards in our deck. Helps us deploy back onto the board, helps us get face damage in if this does represent 12 face damage if unchecked, and spits out some more silver hand recruits, which we have plenty of synergies with. So we're going to play some games with this deck and see how we go.
Luther versus Mayan.
Okay. First game up against the Rogue.
My fury.
I will fight with honor.
We'll send these back. If this is Odd Rogue, Raid Leader is pretty risky. I think we want to find things like Stonehill Defender. Unidentified Mole, these kinds of things. Yeah. Not unhappy with this.
Survive. The light protects me.
So bombing out some silver hand recruits here. Really put the onus on our opponent to deal with these boys. Now we can find out if they have the Fan of Knives. This is also an interesting threat of coin level up. So we might see our opponent overreact. Nope. They do have the Fan. But we get to recover with the Corridor Creeper.
Out of my jungle. Reporting for duty.
Let's see if they have the other Fan.
Reporting for duty.
So I think we'll just try and get as many bodies onto the board as we can to potentially take advantage of this Sunkeeper Tarim.
There once was a man from Gilneas.
Are they going to trade in here? Yeah. They should have traded in before they sapped. So now we get the reductions.
Reporting for duty. Job's done.
Whereas if they had traded in first then sapped, we wouldn't have been able to play this Corridor Creeper on this turn. Now we're set up for, we have really good options in that we have Hero Power level up, we have Flame Elemental Sunkeeper Tarim, we have Just Play Vine Cleaver, which looks like that might be the way that we go. So we can Vine Cleaver, take down this Auctioneer.
For justice.
So this doesn't get a lot onto the board, but it does leave us in a really nice situation where we can, you know, even if they kill all of this, we can flood onto the board next turn.
For justice! Reporting for duty. Reporting for duty.
So I'm going to go for Tarim here rather than the level up. I think Tarim is better against Vanish, because we can just replay the Tarim. Whereas if we play the level up and they vanish, then we lose the level up. I think I need a pretty spicy turn here.
Welcome to my web.
They have prep vanish. So no. 3, 6, 9, 12, 16. So this goes to 19, then this takes it way over. So let's do that.
For justice! Reporting for duty. The battle! The battle! The battle!
Got him. So you can kind of see that just how like resilient a deck this is. Where even it's such an aggressive deck, but even all the way through to, you know, turn 8, 9, 10, we still had quite a lot of gas in the tank. So see if we can get.
Uther versus Maiev.
Okay.
None can escape my fury.
Another rogue.
I will fight with honor.
Yep, so we'll keep the Corridor Creeper. Tempting to keep this unidentified mole as well. As we have 1 drop, Hero Power on 2, Mole on 3. I think we'll go with that. Not the greatest draw, unfortunately.
None will survive.
That's a good mode. Opponent is on
The light dim,
regular rogue.
we fight.
Not any particular flavour. So we can coin out this Blessed Maul, but it seems a bit loose. Joe from a county. Politely opens window, comes inside, trips and falls on table, smashes table on object, smashes window from rage and pain, cuts hand in process and nearly faints from blood loss. Hello. Hello to you too, Joe. Hopefully you're having a wonderful day. A wonderful week.
Out of my jungle!
None of these are Sunkeeper Tower. Maybe we'll go the Dread Corsair. We might be able to get a pretty cheap play with the Blessed Maul. Which county are you from, Joe?
Welcome to my web.
Reporting for duty. For justice. Go away.
Turn into Blood Reaver Gul'dan, easy win. I wish. I don't know. Yeah, I guess the Blood Reaver Gul'dan hero power would be pretty good right here. Okay, so let's get this Dread Corsair down.
Blood and plunder. For justice. Reporting for duty. The battle.
Pretty spicy turn. They never expect a Paladin with no demons to become Blood Reaver. Beyond Legend. That's a Beyond Legend mindset. They have Prep Fan. That's really good. Prep of this. Did have the other prep.
Mushroom power.
Well, 2 spiders are already gone. So we gotta feel good about that. Beyond Legend would be a Warlock with Amara. Or Pirate Druid. I mean, Pirate Druid kind of existed, right? In that it was just when Patches was really ubiquitous.
Out of my jungle.
Furious Etten might actually be pretty good here. Might get sapped as well, so maybe we want the Sunwalker instead.
Let me.
Sunwalker fits better next turn, so it lets us
Reporting for duty.
Sunwalker hero power. Yeah, back when Patches still had charge, token aggro druid looked pretty piratey. Played your the 1/2 for 1.
Who goes there?
Bloodsail
There once was
Reaver?
a man from Gilneas.
Reporting for
This doesn't
duty.
feel good. Patches doesn't have charge anymore? Yeah. When did that happen? Like a while ago. Patches hasn't even been in standard for 6 months, and it would have been I think halfway through last year. So yeah, it's probably been about a year since the patches now, I think. I could be very wrong though. Did have the other Vile Spine. Yeah, we're not drawing anything here that saves us. So
The victory is yours.
when it pulled through, lots and lots of value, and did us in with card quality. So well played to our opponent. We'll see if we can get another one back.
Versus Malfurion.
All right,
I must protect the wild. I will fight with honor.
Druid. So keep this raid leader. Creeper's okay. Would have liked to have hit a 1-drop. Maybe we should have been a bit more aggressive with the mulligan. Sent back the raid leader. But given how those games are kind of shaping out, we do want a way to take advantage of our early game against Druid.
None will survive.
Oof. Saved.
Reporting for duty.
We do have Baku, which is a bit of a brick. But the rest of our hand is pretty reasonable. So we could go raid leader, but if our opponent has coin swipe, it does not work out well.
Reporting for duty.
The light dims, but we
Battle.
fight.
Whereas this way, if they have like coin Oaken summons, we can play the raid leader, get some good trades off. Though now we need to be aware of coin into coin into
The battle. The
spreading
battle.
plague.
The battle.
Repent.
Nourish Jasper spells. It's okay. We got our Fungal Mancer to. Ooh. I think we'll go Fungal Mancer. It is less damage overall.
Battle. The battle.
2 less damage.
The battle.
But it's just slightly more resilient and a better use of our mana. Yeah, if we were to draw an unidentified mole next turn, we could potentially trade off one of these Silverhand Recruits and play Raid Leader and the mole. We got there. So, would have been interesting if that game played out where they did have the Spreading Plague, but they did not. So, we got under them pretty spectacularly. So, we'll take a look at the deck. Honestly, the odd Paladin archetype has been fairly well figured out. I'd say most of the lists are about 25 cards the same. A lot of the flexibility comes with things like, do you play 1 or 2 Divine Favors, 1 or 2 Stormwind Champions? Are you playing cards like Leroy, more Blessing of Mights, maybe an extra Ironbeak Owl, tech cards like Void Ripper, these things. But most of them do have that same solid core of a bunch of very good 1-drops, a bunch of very good 3-drops, mostly Unidentified Mole and Raid Leader, and have a lot of ways to capitalize on the wideness of the board with the Fungal Mancer and the level up and the Corridor Creepers. But yeah, if you are watching this video on YouTube, all the links will be down in the description, including a link to the Hearthstone deck. If you do like the deck, give it a +1. If you've got some feedback, do leave a thoughtful comment. All the links will be there for my social as well. The best way to hit me up is on Twitter at Tommy_Wave. If you've got a deck you want me to play, you can ping it to me over there. And until next time, I do hope you all stay wavy. Have a good one.